Hi everybody, this is Boogess Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the NECA Freddie Mercury figure. So before we take a look at Freddie Mercury, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. So first up, he comes with this very nice display base. He does stand pretty well on his own without it, but he looks very awesome on this. You can see there it has the Freddie Mercury signature, and that looks very awesome. Up next, he comes with his mic and mic stand. And this looks very nice. It's very thin, brittle plastic, though. It was kind of tricky getting it into his hand, so I just left it in there. Surprisingly, the mic can actually move up and down. That really surprised me that it can do that. So I think that's very awesome that NECA did that. And finally, he comes with an alternate singing head sculpt. And this looks amazing. NECA did a very, very awesome job at capturing Freddie Mercury's likeness. I'm not sure which head sculpt I like on it better. I don't know if I like the standard or the singing one. I feel like the singing one looks just a little bit better than the regular. But yeah, this is a very awesome looking head sculpt. NECA did a very good job on that. So now let's go ahead and take a look at his regular head sculpt. Even with this regular head sculpt, I think NECA did a very, very awesome job at sculpting and painting it. I believe this was originally released a long time ago, but of course this time around it has much better paint with the print tech and stuff on it. I think this is a spectacular likeness. I feel like something is just a little bit off with the head sculpt, but I think it's instantly recognizable as Freddie Mercury. I think it looks a lot like him, and definitely better than the old one, since the old one of course didn't use that print tech. So yeah, both head sculpts are very awesome. This figure is done in the iconic Magic Tour outfit, and I think this is probably the most iconic Freddie Mercury outfit. The yellow jacket there is sculpted very, very nicely. All the gold trim and the buckles and everything are painted very nicely. It has some nice sculpt to it. There is the back. You even get the white and gold trim right here. That's painted very nice. You also get that up here around the collar. The shirt underneath is sculpted very nicely. They actually sculpted and painted his chest hair on. One thing that's a little bit odd is there's this cut right down here at the bottom of his neck, and it's very weird looking. I'm not sure if that's a cut for articulation or what, because it doesn't want to move on mine. I definitely don't want to force it in case it isn't a joint, but yeah, it does look very funny and it doesn't want to move. Just like with the jacket, the pants are sculpted very, very nicely. You get the gold and red stripes down the side, and it also has just a little bit of a black wash to it to bring out the detailed wrinkles very nicely. This has some very, very nice sculpted and painted details. Even his shoes are sculpted really nicely and painted really nicely. They look really good, and if you look at the bottoms, he even has sculpted tread on the bottoms of his shoes. So even the bottoms of his shoes are sculpted very nicely. NECA really went above and beyond with the sculpt and paint on this. So now let's go over his articulation. He has a ball-jointed head that can look up all the way. He can look down very slightly. He can move his head side to side. He has shoulders that can move all the way out. Can move all the way up. He has swivel wrists that just move side to side. He has a swivel waist. And he has ball-jointed ankles that can move up and down very slightly. And side to side very slightly. He does have articulation there, but it doesn't really move. So yeah, the articulation on this is similar to the old NECA figures or the old McFarlane figures too, where the articulation is very limited. I really don't think he needs that much articulation though. I think this figure looks spectacular even with the limited articulation. So now, let's do a couple size comparisons. So first up, here he is next to Joey Ramone. This is one of the older NECA figures with limited articulation that I'd like to see get a redo. It's pretty much perfect as is, but I do think it could benefit from having a new release. Here he is next to the Misfits The Fiend Ultimate. And finally, here he is next to the McFarlane Toys Paul Stanley figure. So overall, I would highly recommend picking this up because NECA did an outstanding job with this. I am very happy to have this in my music collection, and I hope we get more figures in this line. I know NECA did an older Kurt Cobain figure, and he would really benefit from getting a new release. I also think it would be really cool to see Brian May in this line too. So hopefully this figure sells well enough that we either get some more members of Queen, or we just get some more music figures. I will always be happy to add some music figures to my collection. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.